Come prima, più di prima, t'amerò. Per la vita, la mia vita ti darò.
Hello and a rich and life-affirming benvenuti from the Venice Film Festival, at which I've arrived halfway through, and I'm speaking from my balcony here at the Russo Palace Hotel, a hotel which is entirely acceptable in every way, and that's what I'm putting on the TripAdvisor review, although I do need to have the breakfast a few more times. Anyway, I'm here just in time for Venice's most cherished annual tradition, the Grand Canal Jump, in which a UK film critic is annually chosen to climb to the top of the palazzo and jump into the canal, symbolising the immersive leap of cinema. And this year, it was me. Arriving late as I haven't seen too much stuff, but one movie I thoroughly liked here was Luca Guadagnino's Queer, adapted from a novel by William S. Burroughs and starring Daniel Craig as Lee, an American expatriate guy in the 1940s in Mexico who falls in love with an exquisitely beautiful straight-seeming man.
Why not?
Fucking Tom. That's so touching. I don't take it personally. Just been striking out. Oh, it's not.
It's a story of lost love and last love and mad about the boy obsession, featuring an excellent performance from Daniel Craig. Needy, horny, moody, like his Knives Out detective Benoit Blanc on steroids, and with something of his portrayal of Ted Hughes. Queer is wonderfully shot by cinematographer Seyombo Mukdiprom, with digitally rendered landscapes and streetscapes which bring the boozy, bleary reality into alignment with the many disquieting dream sequences. Craig is Lee, the expatriate American based on Burroughs himself. The resemblance is made more overt in a Kubrickian sequence, giving him a succession of hallucinatory flash-forwards into old age. Lee lives cheaply and indolently in post-war Mexico City, hanging around bars, drinking, doing drugs, and picking up guys. He's queer, and the word here, in a movie set in the 40s, from a book published in the 80s, might complicate still further the issue of when and how the word shed its derogatory overtones. Lee conceives a passionate obsession with Jean, played by Drew Starkey, a handsome American who appears to be straight but somehow attracted to Lee. Together they go on a weird holiday to South America because Lee wants to try the fabled hallucinogen jaque, or ayahuasca, because he's heard it gives the user telepathic powers, and poignantly enough, he wants to discover what Jean really thinks and feels about him. It's a bizarre and uproarious journey into the jungle, whose comedy briefly annuls the pain of what Lee suspects is unrequited love, and brings the two into contact with a fierce, reclusive, gun-toting, snake-wrangling scientist and jaque expert, Dr. Cotter, a show-stopping cameo for Leslie Manville. There are, moreover, luxury cinephile cameos for directors David Lowery and Lisandro Alonso. Craig always commands the screen in his regulation crumpled white suit. Also hat, glasses, and a pistol which he bizarrely carries around, openly holstered, a droll phallic symbol for this erotic cowboy who is very much a lover, not a fighter. Guadagnino shows that this is an eroticism of the streets. Lee spends so much of his time walking from bar to bar, or with a guy from a bar to a hotel. There's also a great sequence when Lee walks in the streets to the accompaniment of Nirvana's Come As You Are, and that track never sounded to me more purely sensual. He hangs out with other guys in the same situation as him, chiefly the witty, dyspeptic Frank, played by Jason Schwartzman. But Lee is bohemian and special. He seems more like an artist, although whatever artistry this is, it appears like Wilde's genius to be put into his life or into his bed. It's a really funny, open, generous performance. Perhaps the only disadvantage is that he upstages his co-star just a little bit, and his mesmeric screen presence will always draw our attention back to Lee, away from Jean and his ambiguous intentions and emotions. Craig is so dominant that sometimes it seems that Jean is perhaps not worthy of him. Craig is strangely magnificent. And that's it for now. Please show some emotional intelligence and subscribe to my channel. And also, please, buy my book, The Body in the Mobile Library and Other Stories. And do please bear in mind that I'm doing a reading and a Q&A at York Waterstones on Thursday the 26th of September. Click on the link below. See you tomorrow.